is going to the Final Four.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Oregon Sports Network.
And Oregon is going to play in the national championship game.
Big Ten champions. Big Ten champs.
National champions, yes.
Oklahoma City bound the Oregon Ducks.
Awesome day to be a Duck, man.
Boom inside. Touchdown Oregon. He gets loose. Fires. Hit. Pops the three. Oh, yeah. It's all Oregon.
This is Duck Insider. Duck Insider.
It's about how to be a group of people that know how to love each other to the absolute fullest.
Pleasure, a joy to be with them each and every day, and I can't wait for the future.
It's just fun to be a part of a community that cares, that is passionate, and when we come together, powerful things can happen.
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Now let's go live to the Country Financial Studio to talk Oregon Duck Athletics.
Double diamond game day against the Beavers. Joey Mack, Ryan Milano in the Country Financial Studio. I asked Ryan if he wanted to sit at the desk. He was like, nope, I like this chair. So Ryan's in the chair, I'm over here, and then I'm going to leave to drive to Corvallis, and Ryan's going to take over because it's a double diamond game day. How are you today?
I'm good, and I'm in a much more cushioned chair than you.
I like this chair. I'm good with our desk chair.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's
but when,
like the hot seat.
But we have to bring in another chair, which
That's
is
true.
less comfortable than that chair.
It's true.
And this chair is by far more comfortable than any other chair we have in the set.
The seating element matters. The seating element is important. You do a lot of sitting in this line of work.
Yeah, very sedentary.
You know, once upon a time, Jerry used to do Duck Insider standing up.
We could try that.
He had a standing – in fact, it was that table. He had a standing desk that he would stand at to do the show. And, I used to come in and I'd stand and do the show.
Honestly, I think I enjoy that because, well, for us, for baseball, like when the intense moments are happening,
go up and down.
You stand up.
Yeah, we definitely both go up and down.
You know, I think that there is a level of like energy that you need to be standing.
That's true. I mean, everyone will tell you, like, your voice projects better when you're standing, right? All the things. Jerry and Jorgie call football standing up. I would call basketball standing up sometimes if, I wasn't sitting courtside.
And when you're in, like, a talk radio type of position, I feel like it flows more naturally. And I feel like your transitions even happen a little bit better when you're standing because your body is moving.
Are we about to do this entire show standing up, and Scott's going to have to adjust all the cameras?
Yeah, I think we have to reframe the set.
We're a little tall. Yeah, we don't quite.
No, I mean, this is what
it doesn't
people
quite
want, right?
work. I mean, most people would say they don't want to see our faces. Oh, get it back down. Most people would say that they don't want to see our faces. Right?
I think this is the most flattering angle.
This is great. Oregon baseball against Oregon State here this evening. It is a 5:35 official first pitch at Goss Stadium. It's on Pac-12 Insiders, Portland CW as well, and we will have a 5:15 pregame show across the Oregon Sports Network. Rivalry game. Ducks are 0-1 against the Beavs this year. You know, a lot of people are thinking about that.
Yeah, but Oregon was 6-0 against the Beavs in the previous 6. So Oregon's 6-1 against the Beavs in the last 7.
I like what you did there.
Yeah.
That was good.
And also, this team is so much different now than they were at the beginning of the season. And the offense exploded over the weekend. And if Oregon gets a similar offensive type of day that they've had really since Tuesday of 2 weeks ago against Portland, the Ducks offense has found its groove. This is a team that is starting to complete itself as we move deeper and deeper into the season.
Nice to see a guy like Maddox Maloney get it going over the weekend. Hit 3 home runs. That's a guy who was hitting around 230 here coming into the weekend, and now he looks like the Maddox Maloney of his freshman and sophomore year. Cool to see.
Maddox Maloney, he didn't have a game throughout all of Big Ten play where he had multiple hits in a game. He had 3 multi-hit days over the weekend. I believe he's now on, a 7-game hitting streak? Yeah, Maddox Maloney is starting to find a groove. He had a home run in each of the 3 games over the weekend. When Oregon shortstop gets going, the rest of the team around him just continues to play better and better, and there's a confidence that is built from Maddox Maloney being at his best. Right now he's playing some pretty good baseball, not only in the field, which he has been all year, but it's translating to the plate as well. And when he gets hot, he is a dangerous out.
Yeah, big outcomes ahead potentially for the Ducks because of Maddox Maloney and the way that he's been playing. I just talked to Waz a little while ago for the Toyota Coaches Corner, part of our 5:15 pregame show. He had some great things to say about Maddox Maloney. You'll love one of the anecdotes he gave about how a guy fields a pop-up. Seriously, it was interesting. So tune in 5:15 tonight across the Oregon Sports Network. Oregon softball is also facing the Beavers. They're at home at the Jane. It's a 6 o'clock start on Big Plus. KWVA's got the hometown radio call for you as well. Oregon and Oregon State, get them both. I don't know how people are going to be able to tune in to all this Diamond action tonight.
I do love rivalry on the same day, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
You can go 2-0 against the Beavs today.
Yes, you can.
Could go 2-0 against the Beavs today.
I think there wasn't the first week. Didn't softball have a Wednesday game against Oregon State after a Tuesday game at PK Park?
Yep. You're right.
Playing back-to-back.
It's also postseason time for a lot of Oregon sports. Beach volleyball is competing today in the MPSF championships. We're going to talk more about that coming up. And also, of note, the Big Ten tournament is underway for Oregon men's tennis in Ojai. They're in the Big Ten tournament. We'll have some updates for you. They were supposed to start at 11 a.m. this morning. We'll keep you updated on a lot of postseason. Women's golf as well in the Big Ten championships coming up. We'll have all that for you here coming up on Duck Insider. Talking about tennis, too, some of the postseason awards are starting to roll out for Oregon women's tennis. And Tilda Yagare was voted All-Big Ten second team, while freshman Hinati Furutani was recognized as the team's sportsmanship honoree. The league announced that today. Really cool honors for Oregon women's tennis. That team ran into just a gauntlet of a schedule over the course of the last month, really, in Big Ten play. The Ducks got as high as number 53 in the ITA team rankings this season, 12-13, 3-10 in Big Ten play, but a couple postseason honorees for Oregon women's tennis. And talking about honorees, Oregon track and field, they're going to have a lot of them. What we saw from Simeon Birnbaum over this weekend, Ryan, you recapped it on Monday. The junior was just outstanding. Broke a collegiate record in the 1,500 meter at the Oregon Team Invitational. His time is number 3 in the world this year. Knocked more than a second off the previous mark. He was the national co-athlete of the week on Monday. The Big Ten, of course, saying, well, if you're winning national track athlete, you're probably going to win Big Ten track athlete. Simeon Birnbaum, an NCAA record in the 1,500 meters. It was pretty impressive.
Well, and I feel like that's one of the big ones. Like, there's a few races around track and field that it's like those are the 100-meter dash, the 400. I feel like the 1,500 is another one of those big ones. And when you put it into some context, Oregon's had some really strong 1,500-meter and middle-distance runners. Like, most recently, guys like Cooper Tier and Cole Hawker that competing on international stages. And Simeon Birnbaum not only broke all of those records, but broke everybody around the country's records. He could be the next in what is a long line of prestigious middle distance runners for Oregon, and this is a great, I'm not even sure if it's the start, but it's a great benchmark for him.
It's a huge benchmark. Meanwhile, a freshman also honored by the Big Ten Conference. Ben Smith throws, a freshman who won the shot put and discus at the Oregon Team Invitational. His shot put mark is a Big Ten best, second best in the nation for the freshman in Ben Smith. Also now the number 4 performer on the Oregon outdoor list. It seems like we always say Tracktown, USA. Sometimes it's Throwtown too. The field events for Oregon, I think, sometimes can get overlooked, and the Ducks have had some really elite, particularly in the throws, field event competitors over the last few years.
Yeah, certainly so. I feel like there should be an asterisk at the end of Tracktown USA. It's like, yeah, it's track and field town. Anything that goes on inside of Hayward.
I have always thought this. Like, sure, we all love a good alliteration, right? And you're a big track and field guy.
I am.
So I just have always thought, like, there's got to be something we can add to get an alliteration with field. I've been workshopping this for about 15 years.
The Field Forum.
So Tracktown USA is the Field Forum?
Yeah. You don't like that?
It's okay. It's a little long.
I added one more word.
But no, that's what I'm getting at. Like Tracktown, it's just so like it's so easy and iconic.
Field Forum.
But I'm saying you got to put them together, right? Because it's like Tracktown USA.
Yeah, it's like
Forum
any
USA.
stadium. It's like any stadium. Like Bob Kilkenny Field at PK Park.
True.
It's
True.
Tracktown USA.
Go a little longer.
At the Field Forum at Tracktown USA.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good workshop.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much shorter I could make it for you.
Good workshop by you. More to unpack here. Tracktown USA, Ducks with 2 Big Ten honors coming out today. So a lot of postseason going on. That's kind of the season that we're into here. And it always lines up right around the Oregon football spring game when we get into postseason for a number of winter and spring sports. I'll tell you what, the spring game looks like it's going to be a great day. It's supposed to be sunny, 70 degrees around kickoff. Oregon baseball and Oregon softball play at 4 o'clock that day. The Eugene Marathon is coming up on Sunday. We've got a Eugene Marathon runner in the studio, folks. Ryan Milano, he's going to win the marathon.
No. Also, very important that you note, not yet a Eugene Marathon finisher, and we're still not sure if that's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
But
I got faith in you.
Am going to run the Eugene Marathon.
And then we'll be on the air at 11:45 for the baseball pregame show on Sunday.
Yeah, I will be on the air for probably first pitch of the game on Sunday.
Good work.
Pregame show might be pushing it.
So you're gonna finish your run at Hayward.
I did get the note that I'm in Corral A, which means I start at 7 o'clock. I thought I might be in Corral B, which would be a little bit later.
Okay.
So I do think that helps my causes to being at PK as fast as possible.
And then you will, of course, run across the river.
Not a chance.
Good. Ryan Milano.
I will be in the
Marathon
passenger
runner.
seat of a car. My feet will be up.
Good.
There will be ice bags attached.
You're not just gonna jump in the ice bath?
Are you having that on hand?
I
We
feel
talked
like
about this.
We could probably get you a tub in the booth. Jerry and Jorgie still haven't taken their ice bath from picks, so maybe this could just be it.
Yeah, I feel like this is the weekend to do it.
Okay. I got to tell you, really looking forward to hearing all about it on the broadcast on Sunday. It's going to be fun.
I hope I am still alive to tell the story.
We have decided that Ryan will eat every single concessions item that PK Park has after running the marathon.
Over under 4,500 calories on Sunday.
Over.
Okay.
Absolutely taking the over. Yeah. Absolutely the over. We got more to talk about. Talk about the spring game. A lot of interviews to get to. And then we'll continue to talk double rivalry day here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
We know you turn to the Duck Store for all your game day needs. And for students at the University of Oregon, it's even more. Class supplies, jobs, a seat on our board, a place to take a quick coffee break. Because we're your student-first, nonprofit college store, every purchase you make directly supports the very community we serve. From working at our counters to studying in the classroom, from directing our stores to cheering in the stands, the people we serve, the students, are the very people who are the Duck Store.
This is Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack along with Ryan Milano. I'm headed up to Corvallis for Oregon baseball at 5:30 tonight, a 5:15 pregame show across the Oregon Sports Network. We've got a lot of updates on GoDucks.com for all these postseason events we're talking about. We were just discussing that Ryan will probably have a nacho in the booth. I'm betting he goes chicken tenders and Philly cheesesteak and maybe a quesadilla just for good measure.
I think I'll have to visit every single one
Yeah.
of the concession stands at PK Park and just get a little sampler from each.
You've earned it. After you run the marathon on Sunday,
I have not
you've
earned it. I have not earned it yet.
You will have earned it then.
Hopefully.
I have faith in you.
Thank you.
Manifest. Let's go.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Of course, before that, the Oregon football spring game. Ryan will also be
Also,
there
if you want to just like make signs for me along the Eugene Marathon, like me specifically, I do encourage.
We've been discussing that maybe at PK Park we'll just throw it on the video board at some point. Where's Ryan as he races
You
through?
will be at PK. The race course goes right past PK Park.
That's right.
You will be there by the time I run past.
What's the estimated time of arrival at PK Park?
It's mile 16. So probably a little under the 2-hour mark around PK Park.
And you're starting at 7?
I'm starting at 7.
So around 9 o'clock, we're ready.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got air horns. I'm ready.
I'll need you because that'll be like right at the beginning of like the really pain.
This is when you're
going
to decide if you're going to beat the 3-hour mark or not.
Yeah, this will decide if I'm going to go to finish or if I'm going to go to run fast.
Okay. Next question I have is how fast could Evan Stewart run a marathon?
I think that first mile would be really quick.
First mile would be really quick. Evan Stewart talked about a lot of things, getting ready for the spring game, returning, practicing for the Ducks. A lot to cover with Evan Stewart. We're going to feature a lot of Oregon football student athletes and coaches getting ready for the spring game. First today, Evan Stewart.
Honestly, it's very exciting being back out there with the guys. Last year, it gave me a chance to sit back and, finally get to watch, instead of being playing. Freshman year, I hit the ground running, starting at A&M. So that was like my first year, like really getting to sit back and watch, college football for real. So it was fun to turn my teammates on and, just taking the full experience like with them and watching them achieve things that they would talk about in team meetings. And then, being a part of the team meetings because, I couldn't be on the field. So, yeah, team meetings was, that was really where I could be with the team, yeah.
Mentally, obviously, that for a competitor, that's a difficult thing to have to go through. Like, how would you describe the kind of the low points of trying to work your way back?
Low points, if I'm being honest, I never really had a low point, but I will say the biggest thing that really toned in on me was having patience, because I was more of I get up, like I like to do things, like I train a lot, like even when I'm not training, I still like to do a lot of activities. So it was like me not being able to drive and like being able to, just go down the stairs or play the game, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it was just a real tough thing with patience and time, like knowing like, hey, like, in a couple weeks, couple months, I'll get to do this, or like couple weeks, couple this, they'll unlock me to 60, like with my brace. Like it was just, just really toning in on little milestones and little achievements. But I never really tried to get too low. I just tried to see the best in it, honestly.
Coach Maringer was talking about you and maybe how this is like the most dialed in he'd seen you this offseason. Can you speak to why that's the case and what you're trying to accomplish right now?
Honestly, it's do or die for me. Me personally, as y'all saw, I had a year to sit. Of course, I see all the out noise, of course, but I never let it factor. But in my life, looking at my life right now, like it really is do or die for me. So hey, I'm trying to do everything in my power, like to make sure that I can be the best football player I can be for the Oregon Ducks and for myself, honestly, just because I feel like I really owe it to myself to really prove to me, like, you know what I'm saying, like I can do what I do.
Just got to talk to Coach Douglas a little bit. He was saying you text him, you'll send him plays before like they're even on the tape. Just like is that something you've always done, or is that something that kind of grew over the past year?
It is something I've always done, honestly. I'm very critical on myself. A lot of people say I'm very hard on myself. I don't really take it as hard on myself. I take it as being realistic with myself. So if I see a play, I run a route, and I know it was me that covered myself instead of the DB, like, yeah, I have questions now because it's like, what can I do better? Like, I don't want to do that mistake again. And I don't really like making the same mistakes. Most coaches like a player that can, fix it. I like to be coachable. So I try to make sure I'm coachable and really just dial in on, like, the little details and the day-to-day getting better.
I don't want to drag you back into last year at all, but can you describe how the injury happened? Like what was going on that day, and did you kind of know right away that was what it was?
Honestly, it was just a casual day. Woke up, we all came back, workouts. Everybody was happy to see each other. Da da da. Get through the workout. We just start, just doing a little couple routes, like just doing that, and really like second route, 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? Throws it up, and I turn, and honestly, I really just thought that I just took a bad turn, like really. So when I was on the ground and I looked at my knee, I was like, that don't look too good. But I will say, like, I was like, you know what, like, let me try to fix it. So like, I tried to fix it, tried to stand up. I was like, can't stand. I was like, that's fine. Like, I was like, honestly, I probably just flared it up. I'll be good in about a couple of hours. They gonna ice me, take me in there, I'm gonna be good. And so when they told me the news, I still didn't believe it, honestly. So I had, sleep on it a couple nights. And then, really realized, like, yeah, that really just happened. But, yeah, after they gave me the news, I mean, I kind of knew. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
When last season ended, what was that decision process like for you? Because you were a high-level NFL prospect after the 2024 season. Was it a simple, I'm automatically coming back, or what was that process like for you?
Honestly, it was automatic coming back. I see myself as a highly talented player. I think I can bring a lot to the table, and the thing is, I got to showcase it. I just got to showcase it, and I know that. So, I mean, it was really a kind of no-brainer, honestly, like, especially with Tay being the quarterback that he is and the team that we have. Like, we have a fantastic receiver core. We got J-Mac, we got DK, we got UAB transfer Strap. So, I mean, honestly, it was just coming back with the guys. I saw it as an opportunity to be better. I mean, we still haven't got to that top goal, and I'm trying to help them accomplish it, and I know I can help. So,
is there any pressure to prove yourself? Do you think your name still holds the same weight, or is it kind of like this year's personal, it's a comeback year?
Honestly, nah, it ain't no pressure. Honestly, I mean, I'm just here to play football. I got recruited. Hey, they didn't recruit me for no reason. So, hey, I'm gonna show them that. Like, you feel me? So that's about it. I'm trying to prove to myself that I could be the player that I can be, and I know I'm capable. So,
two-part question. First, are you at 100% as far as your health goes? And then second, a lot of people who have injuries, season-ending injuries, they deal with some sort of mental block sometimes that they don't know that they're 100% yet. Have you dealt with that at all? Has that process of going, like, feeling that you're everything you were before the injury?
Honestly, I know I'm not 100, but I will say this: I'm better than what I was, in my opinion, and I'm just trying to tone in and keep continuing to build myself up to that 100. But I mean, when you look at it, I mean, shoot, I can't tell the difference, honestly. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun getting to, like, build that up and trying to see it on a day-to-day basis of, like, where I'm at, how I feel. So, yeah.
I'm wondering what it's been like for you to build the on-field chemistry with him and just spend these last few months with him.
I knew Tay for a minute. I knew him in high school when he was a quarterback in Detroit, just off him being a 5-star and me being a 5-star receiver. And it really dates back to when we both got here. I was taking a lot of reps with Tay because, we were first coming in, learning a new install. So I go with him a lot. And so then when I got with DG and I was playing with DG a lot, Tay would always be on the side, in my ear, like, hey, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Like, just asking me questions. And after that, I was like, shoot, he seems pretty, like, dialed in. He's not even playing yet. So, he would go to practice, make crazy throws. We would see it on film, and we would always give him his kudos. You know what I'm saying? So after that, last year, when we were about to have that little fun season, and it came to an end, it really started there because he dropped a tear when he came in. because they told him the news, and after I looked over and seen him crying, like, because basically he was kind of thinking it was his fault. Like, he was saying he should have put the ball further. It could have been a better ball, da da da. But I was telling him, like, it was what was gonna happen was gonna happen. Like, it's not your fault. Like, I 100% want you to be my quarterback. Like, the fact that you shed a tear, that really means a lot to me. So after that, like, we just continued to talk. I just continued to text him, you know what I'm saying? Like, things that I see in practice that receivers are doing, he's throwing. Throughout the season, I tried to be that guy on the sideline for him that's like, you know, things get rattled. Just, you know, calm down, relax. Like, we got you. Like, the receiver room's behind you. And then, you know, we get to the last game of the season and we come up short. And now, you know, in my eyes, you know, I'm waiting for him to make a decision because it's like, I think we could do it if you come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now, this year we've been hanging out a lot. He calls me, I call him. We eat breakfast together, on Sundays, we go to church. We got a pretty good relationship, but it definitely built over time, for sure.
DK, both back. You as well, kind of primarily play on the outside. What's that competition like there? And then also, how important is it to master playing in the slot? Because maybe that's where one of you guys are going to have to be.
I would say this, I never played in the slot for real. But in high school, I was in and out the slot. So I'm very comfortable with the slot. And I think we're all capable of playing the slot because whenever I came in first and J-Mac was a red shirt, he was coming in behind Tez playing the slot. And, you know, DK can play a little slot. So we're very complementable. We're very good together. And we all have our unique attributes, and it pops. Like, so it makes all of us want to get better. And like, so like, we'll all go like catch or something on the Monarch. It'll be like, we're just like, somebody will do a catch, and we'll be like, oh, so that's how you want to catch it? So now all of us are trying to do the catch. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just friendly competition. It's nice to have them, for sure. Very good players.
A little bit back to you and Dante. When we got to talk to you in Miami at the Orange Bowl, you were like, man, like, I'd love to come back. I think I'm maybe an NFL player right now, but like, if I could come play with him, like that is what would make me come back. Well, how big of a factor was knowing that he was going to play again in coming back this year?
It was a very big factor, honestly, because Tay's a very good quarterback, and I told you when I came in, I practiced with him. So the way that he was throwing me the ball in practice, I've never really gotten used in that type of way, like for a quarterback perspective. And you know, Tay's he's mobile. He can keep his eyes down the field, like, and see his defenders for like scramble drills and stuff like that. And so, you know, having a quarterback that can keep the play alive and can make all types of throws over the field, especially with me being a speedster, me getting down the field quick, and he can loft it over my head, I can run over. Like, that's nice. Too, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's it played a very big factor. I'm glad he's here.
Yeah, you mentioned that last year you spent time watching your teammates, watching the other wide receivers. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on J-Mac's second half of the season and some of those catches that he had.
It doesn't surprise me at all what J-Mac did, because J-Mac is a very, very hard-working guy. From the day I knew him, honestly, he was always catching. He was always asking me about releases. He was always asking me about routes like this, like, how can he get better? Like, even when he got here for practice my first year, he was always asking June, like, how can I do this better? How can I do this better? Like, and so I knew when J-Mac got the time, like, whenever he got his opportunity, he was going to make the most of it. So I was really a big advocate for J-Mac, like, going into the season. Like, I knew he was going to be a very good player just because he's very dependable. Sure hands, great receiver.
Obviously, you're you're known for your speed. I'm curious your thoughts on someone like Gatlin, the speed that he brings, especially at the size that he has too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I found out Gatlin was, I didn't know he ran 10-1, 10 flat. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that blew me out the water. So I told him he gonna have to be beside me when we running workouts, cause I gotta make sure that clock out. Because I didn't run the 100 for real. I was more of a 200 guy, 400, field athlete. But I still think I could have competed in the 100. And he flying. I won't lie. Like, he went for one go ball first spring practice. He solidified that for me. That's verified. I say, yeah, he's sliding for sure. Like Gatlin.
So maybe not a marathon.
The first 200 meters.
But the first 200 meters for Evan Stewart are going to be elite. That's what we're saying. Evan Stewart, more of a 200, 400 guy. He was talking about Gatlin Bear, though, there toward the end, that, like, the 100 is just amazing. Really cool, though, to hear from Evan Stewart. I got to tell you, like, it was awesome just to see him at the podium with a smile on his face. Talking about, like, hey, he knows this is a big critical year for him as a person. But just good to see that smile on his face again, the joy of football coming back to a guy that dealt with an injury.
Oh, absolutely. Certainly so. And it's good to see. And also, I think that we should be talking about throughout the course of this year how good of a name Gatlin Bear is.
Great name. Absolutely great name. When we come back, another great name in Coy Parrish. Seriously.
Yep.
Good football name. Back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Friday. Toyota says, let's put good times in gear with the Tundra, Tacoma, and 4Runner. Want some cool available features? We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota trucks. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
More Duck Insider coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Duck Insider presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack, Ryan Milano in the Country Financial Studio. Heard from Evan Stewart. We've discussed Ryan's marathon ability, resting up and continuing to train for the next few days.
Those are opposite things, actually.
Well, aren't you doing both, though? You're resting and continuing to train?
Yes. Taper. Taper's what we call it.
There you go. See? 7 a.m. start for Ryan Milano at the Eugene Marathon. Very excited. I'm going to keep reminding everybody, get those signs ready.
Yes,
I'll be there at PK Park.
I think you have done more marketing for me in the marathon than just about anybody.
Well,
including myself.
Good luck.
I'll try my best.
Coy Parrish.
I'll need more than luck.
A transfer into Oregon figures to be a critical part of Oregon's secondary at the safety position. Also one heck of a returner. He'll talk about that. Coy Parrish here.
What was it about Oregon that made you want to come here, and how much of seeing what Dylan was able to do last year kind of played into your decision?
Yeah, going to the portal, I just really wanted to be on a national contending team. Oregon has been in the college football playoff, I'm pretty sure, every year, so they are obviously a winning program. And Dylan, he's going to be a first-round pick. Just hoping to do what he did and just do it in my version.
Welcome to Oregon, Coy. I'm curious for you. You were out here at Autzen last year. What was that experience like, and did that impact at all kind of what this experience could be like here with the Ducks?
Yeah. Coming into Autzen, that was obviously we got blown out, but it was really fun. The atmosphere was crazy. My parents, my aunt, and my uncle, they all said this was their favorite game with all the fans and how interactive they are with the game.
It was the shout. They really loved that.
Talked much to Dylan about his experience coming from a Big Ten rival to Oregon, and doing what he did. Have you had much conversation with him?
I have not really. I've really just connected with the guys that are here. The room that we have right now is awesome. I think we're all very close, and it's a lot of fun.
The comparison's obviously going to be there with Dylan throughout the season, but a big part of his success last year and something that he mentioned being a part of why he wanted to come to Oregon was just the versatility that the defense has and how much he was asked to be moved around to different spots. Just how much of that is something that you're looking forward to being able to do? You played a lot in the box last year for Minnesota, but being able to get into the slot and play up top too as well.
Yeah. Anything this defense wants me to do, I'll do it. I'd like to think I'm very versatile. I think I can play any position on the football field. Whatever Coach Hamp or Coach Lanning wants me to do, I'll do.
Yeah, you said doing this with your version. What exactly does that mean? What do you think you bring to this defense?
I just think I'm my own player. Obviously, Dylan's a very special player. He's going to be a first-round draft pick, but just doing what I do good and then try to promote my strengths.
When you were in the portal and you were looking at Oregon, how much were you aware of just across the board positions, portal success that guys have come here, whether it's in the secondary or offensive line, guys have had really successful portal careers here. How much did that factor into your decision?
I don't think I looked into it that very much. I just stuck to my process of what I really wanted, what I was really looking forward to, and ultimately Oregon checked all the boxes for me, and that's why I chose to come here.
The word on you so far is that you're an extremely hard worker. That Dan said you wanted to start watching film before you even knew where you were going to live here. Where does that come from, and how does that kind of help you prepare?
I think coming from a super small town, you just got to work hard just to even get your name out there. Just coming in each and every day with the mindset that you need to get better and just keep on working, just like we've been saying, the microscope, just looking through that. Every once in a while, you look at the telescope, just getting better each and every day.
I wonder if you could assess kind of the talent in your room. Obviously, Aaron comes back as a returner, but there's a bunch of really exciting younger players. Have you kind of seen the flashes from this group, and kind of how excited are you for some of these guys to just be able to show it off this year?
Yeah, it's super special, man. From top to down, I mean, we got playmakers all over. From Zach is our oldest guy. I think that's our only senior, all the way to Jay Washington, Xavier Ruiz. I mean, these guys are all making plays if they just came in and they've been here, and it's very special.
Dante last year set a program record for completion percentage against you guys. Sorry to bring that up, 27-30. Can you give me your impressions as a safety of him as a quarterback, both playing against him, and then what you've seen from him this offseason? He's really trying to become a better leader, learn the offense better. What have you noticed about him?
Yeah, I noticed as soon as I got here, he had command of the team. He's really got command, and he really leads the team with a presence, and you could feel it. Even in his first practice, I mean, he's going to be a top draft pick just by the ball. I mean, it comes off different with his hands. And ultimately, he's a great leader, and we're going to ride him this year, and we're going to do good.
You've played in more phases besides just defense. You've done offensive work, done special team stuff. Just how much of that was part of the conversation with the Oregon coaches?
Yeah, it's like I said with my versatility. I think I can play any position on the field. I feel like special teams is a very important part of the game. I love special teams, and whatever Coach Laurie wants me to do, again, I'll do it.
Being from Minnesota, I assume this is the first time that you've lived outside the state, and it's not necessarily a close place to go to. How do you feel like being outside of your comfort zone, being outside your home state has kind of allowed you to grow both on the field and off the field during your time here so far?
Yeah, that's a great question. That was one of the biggest things I was looking forward to going to the portal. I just wanted to get out of my comfort zone. I feel like you grow the most when you're out of it. And being super far away from home, this is my first time, obviously. So just getting up each and every day, I feel like it was a different mindset for me because I'm not comfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, you grow the best.
Yeah, building off the playing offense, defense, special teams, what's, I guess, enjoyable about kind of playing in all three phases during a game, and what do you enjoy specifically about when you did get in on offense, and is that a part of the plan maybe this year?
I'm just here to play Play defense. That's what I want to do. I think defense is the best side of the game. You get to hit people, so that's what I want to do. Obviously, special teams is part of that. I mean, 90% of the players on special teams are defenders. So
Curious what your take has been on the receivers here at Oregon, having gone up against them every day in practice.
just a bunch of dogs, man. I mean, they're all super fast, got great hands, twitchy, and yeah, I mean, they make plays.
You mentioned the special teams. You got Ryan Switzer in the room now, helping coach you. I don't know how much he's working with that side of the ball too, but curious if you were a fan of his growing up and kind of your impressions of him as a coach there.
I was never really a big college guy coming out of anything, so I knew of him. I think I've watched a couple things on him. He's a very special player. I think he was really good at returning, and was in North Carolina. Great player. Great coach, too.
Sorry to beat this to death, but you are the single most accomplished returner on this roster. Are you in the mix to return kicks or punts?
I'll do what they want me to do.
Coy Parrish. He is an accomplished player, not just on defense, an accomplished player, to say the least, in his career.
Versatile and willing.
And
those are the two things that you need to make an impact. If you've got talent, you're versatile, and you're willing, they'll find a spot for you. And Coy Parrish, excited to see what he's going to do this year.
That's right. We got more coming. Continuing to preview the spring game, 1 o'clock on Saturday at Autzen Stadium. Back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Don't go anywhere. Duck Insider continues after these messages on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Duck Insider presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Oregon baseball and Oregon softball both in action tonight against Oregon State. 5:15 pregame show for Duck baseball across the Oregon Sports Network coming up this evening from Corvallis. 6 o'clock start for Oregon softball at the Jane. 2 rivalry games that we'll get to break down tomorrow. We were actually just talking about that in terms of so much content, so many things to discuss. It's a good time for Duck Insider with all these postseason events and then the spring game coming up. Talk about the spring game. How about some linebackers?
Oh, yeah.
Brian Michalowski has had a consistent group the last few years. Guys that have continued to get better and develop within the system.
Well, and talk about Oregon State, Oregon rivalry game baseball, the most recent of which, Bryce Betcher, has had a lot of success against Oregon State on both a football field and a baseball diamond. I'm not sure Coach Michalowski has many two-way guys or two-sport guys in the room this year, but He's got a talented room.
Bryce came up in the course of this conversation. Brian Michalowski talking linebackers.
A year ago, you talked about how prideful you are in the development of these linebackers. We saw that show up with guys like, Mixon and Betcher and the whole room. Where do you feel like that's grown the most since you got here to where you are now?
It's been the same philosophy since I've been here, just being a college football coach, taking guys from high school players to professional players is, what college football is all about. So, but it's a very cerebral position. Knowledge is important. I feel like every single year that I coach a guy more and more, their confidence grows through that knowledge. So it's been fun just doing the same thing with the guys coming up in the room right now.
Curious on what you see from Devin this spring and kind of the development there, and how maybe he and Jerry would complement each other if they were on the field together.
Yeah, Devin's been great, and Devin having the opportunity to go through spring ball this year. Last year, he didn't have that same opportunity. Has been huge for him. Big prove-it mentality for him. His last year, being able to put on this Duck uniform means something to him. He's really flying around and playing physical. We have a production chart that has point value for production plays. One of them is KEB, which means knock 'em back, and those are really clear knock 'em back plays. He's had the most in the room, so he's playing extremely physical. Very excited about Devin.
We had a couple guys come through and talk about listening to the pitch of a voice for a linebacker, and how that changes when you have a new guy calling on the field with the green dot. Can you just talk about what that's like and how you teach listening to a new voice?
Yeah, with the green dot, I mean everyone hears Coach Hamp in meetings, so they know how he speaks. So honestly, that's not too much of our process. I mean, Coach Hamp actually came up here and talked about that. He's not trying to cloud our guys' minds pre-snap. He's doing a good job of getting the call to them, but letting them play. I want to just focus on our voice infliction that we have with the defensive line. So shout out John Gruden, all the quarterback academies that he has at his house with quarterbacks coming through. Hey, let me hear your cadence. Well, we from time to time, drop a white 80 in our linebacker room just to get, hey, what is our verbal command being the quarterback of the defense?
I was just talking about the importance of getting those reps at being the green dot for guys who are going to be younger in the room and who won't necessarily be the green dot this season. Just what do you think that does for them as they go forward in their careers, and kind of giving them that baseline so that if they are the green dot in the future, they feel a little bit more ready for it?
Yeah, we train all the players to have the comm in their helmet so that it's just part of the preparation. But I've said it since I've been here. Our number one must in the position that I'm in, and I lay out, hey, these are the job requirements, and the first thing that you have to be able to do is to get the defense aligned and adjusted, because successful defenses work because they function. I tell the linebackers there's no such thing as good offense, just bad defense, because when we put together a scheme, your math is right, your numbers are right. It just comes down to guys doing their job and executing their job. So if we can get the front of line and make sure our alignments are on point and be on the same page with the secondary, we're going to be successful.
Pretty unique circumstances for Braden at the Peach Bowl, practicing at running back and being potentially ready to step in there. What does it say about him that, one, he was ready to do that for you guys if he needed to, and what are you looking forward to on defense for him this year?
Yeah, I mean, it says he's an unbelievable team player. I called him and I said, hey, here's the situation, and you are such a good athlete that we're looking at you at that spot. So he did an unbelievable job getting ready for that moment. And I'm really excited about Braden Platt. He's got a growth mindset. He keeps stacking days. So really excited for what he can do for the Ducks.
Jerry developed very well last year. He's got an opportunity for a bigger role this year. Where have you seen him grow this offseason and kind of just taking on that bigger role?
Yeah, really the big thing is leadership. He's always been a very connected guy on our team with other teammates. Hit the season that he put together last year, that's him walking the walk. Now he's talking the talk. And it's really the joy that he goes out on the field with, cheering other people on, just energy. So his leadership's been a big growth point for him, and then also communication, because everything runs through how he communicates.
You have true freshmen enroll early like Braylon and Tristan. What are kind of the early goals and focal points, and kind of how have they met them to this point?
Yeah, I think anytime you come into college, it's a foreign language. And so they first have to really understand the terminology. I always equate it to you're trying to live in a different culture, a different country. It first comes where you can understand what words mean, and then it comes to, okay, you could speak it fluently, and then finally you're immersed in the culture. So just getting them up to speed with what every defense, every defense has a call, and for them to be able to communicate how we need to.
Jerry, are those leadership characteristics something you believe you can coach, or is that something that he has to develop on his own? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think as a coach, you certainly demand the leadership and how we're challenging other position groups to step it up. But I think everyone in football and college football, they are their own people. So allow people to lead with their natural demeanor, and just give them the confidence to be successful at communicating and leading, being who they are.
The two-parter, just the first part of Bryce this week and the opportunity it's going to present for him. What will that mean to you, seeing his name get called? And then secondly, just what's been that process like of replacing not only his production on the field, but just his impact, whether it's in the meetings or in the locker room or outside of the facility, just of that void that's been created with him leaving?
Yeah, well, first off, Bryce means so much to me. It was amazing to coach him for 3 years. That's what I really love about coaching college football, is seeing the journey and going and walking the journey with the guys. So seeing his technique improve and seeing him really develop himself all the way through to really become a quote-unquote legend here at Oregon was very, very special. So he has a draft party on Saturday. He sent me the invite. It's the same day as the spring game, so I'll find some time to get over there and congratulate him. But I'm really excited for his next opportunity in terms of the guys stepping up and filling that void. They're challenged to fill that void. So he played with what we term in our linebacker room, a little bit of a mantra that we have is a forward body lean with an intent to inflict pain. And so how he ran to the ball was with a forward body lean. And when he showed up to the ball, it was physicality. So that mantra still lives in our room, and the Savages are living that out.
Tristan has really endeared himself to fans early on social media. I'm just curious about him as the person, not the player. Like, what have you seen from him just kind of in that room? And he kind of seems like he has a little about that Bryce mentality as well.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot of fire to him. He's got a lot of passion to him. But he really came in with very tight fundamentals. So I'm very excited about that. His footwork is really where it needs to be. What needs to increase is just the knowledge and the confidence going out there on every single play. But he's just an unbelievable growth mindset player. Comes to work, attacks it, asks questions, finds extra meeting time. I'm really excited about what he could be for us.
Brian Michalowski talking linebackers. Timeout. When we come back, final thoughts, and then I'm leaving. Keep it here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, we're more than just an award-winning golf course and practice facility. Our events team offers all-inclusive event pricing that allows us to take care of all the details while you enjoy your event. Our indoor and outdoor venues offer you a wide variety of fully staffed options that put the focus on you. From weddings to business and social events, at Shadow Hills Country Club Events Center, you get the benefits of a resort atmosphere and amenities in a peaceful country setting, just minutes from downtown Eugene. Call for a tour today or visit shadowhillsevents.com.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial.
Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Back to the Country Financial Studios in 60 seconds. This is Duck Insider from Learfield.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Is Shout in your running playlist? No. Really? No. I could see it
No.
being in your running
No,
playlist.
I see. For me, like, I love Shout. I also
doesn't?
hear Shout like
A lot.
4 times a week. And on this show, like, it's our bump back music.
Right.
And then for every event, like, I hear Shout a lot. It's a fantastic song. But in terms of like a get me hyped while I'm running song, it's more of a like, hey, we're at work song.
Right, I get it.
But I enjoy Shout. When it comes on at football, there's nothing like it.
Right. That's what I wondered, if like you time it so that when you run by Autzen, it comes up on the playlist.
That
and you're like,
actually
"Ooh."
might be. That is a good idea, actually.
The connection. Right, the connection. He's Ryan Milano. I'm Joey Mack. Final segment of Duck Insider presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. We will wrap things up telling you that it's double rivalry day. Oregon baseball in Corvallis, 5:15 pregame show across the Oregon Sports Network. Oregon softball tonight at 6 at the Jane against the Beavs. Oregon men's tennis, Oregon beach volleyball, all competing this week in postseason. Oregon women's golf in the Big Ten championships. That gets going on Friday. Acrobatics and tumbling tomorrow against Gannon. They start at 1:30. Quarterfinals for the acrobatics and tumbling championship. A lot more to unpack tomorrow on the show. We'll have it for you. You ready for spring game?
Double Duck Diamond Day. That's today. Spring game, Saturday.
1 o'clock.
Triple Duck in Eugene Athletics Day with a whole bunch of things. Didn't roll off the tongue as well.
Good effort.
This was the best time show ever.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love.